YouTube session 1, episode 3. Is everyone back?
Yeah.
Yep, I think so.
Yep.
Alright, for George, I know Bodhi is and Elizabeth are here. Cool. This guy kind of manifests from nowhere. He swivels the liquid in his cup. He says, I am Balefire. Victor Balefire. You are one of the new Coteries. I just about identified, 13, 14, I think, members. We are not uncourteous, anarch-adjacent, or other. What are your intentions? He fixes you with a imperious, domineering stare. His eyes travel between the five of you. They stop on... Four. Bugger. One more. They stop on Elizabeth. He says, the actress... Whereabouts will you be headed, my dear?
You mean right after this meeting?
He rolls his eyes. He's very superior. Like, he's making you feel stupid for not understanding what he's asking. He says, no. In general, these are dynamic times. Bow of Owls are not new coteries. They emerge in the night with direction. What is your direction? He's got very big eyes.
This would probably be the first point where she just can't hold back rolling her eyes and just says, right now, the direction that I'm going in, most likely just forward, whatever that might be.
He seems unsatisfied with what you've answered, but with how aloof and arrogant he is, like, unless you have just quoted Shakespeare, he probably would have been the same reaction. George. He looks at you and he says, the Thaumaturge. You are Baruch's. Your name is James. George.
Yes, that is my name.
And
well, there's a...
Go ahead.
apologies.
He doesn't interrupt. He's not being patient like me.
Oh, right. And if I had to say, immediately, there's a rather disconcerting storm of clearly supernatural origin. Seems like my area of expertise.
One of his dainty eyebrows elevates just a little bit. Everyone that wants can roll insight. You can choose not to be interested in what this guy is thinking about or emoting, and not roll.
Have good insight. Is it just insight?
Insight, wit, to know this guy and what he's...
Can I still roll if I have no points in insight?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see if anyone else rolls. I'm counting to 7 in my
I was
head.
muted. Does the motive
But then-
specialty apply here?
Motive. No.
Okay.
Not his. It's not his motive. No. Counting to 7 in my head. Nobody else rolls. Oh, one more person rolls. 3 successes. Alright, George, you immediately deconspire this guy. You have told him something that he doesn't know. Alice, you... It's not necessarily toxic masculinity that he is exuding, it's just overall blue blood arrogance. He is dismissing all of you except for George now. He seems to be not only not dismissing George, but gravitating towards him. He will be collecting George as a contact. This is what the Ventru do. Even though you don't know what the Ventru are, you are beginning to create a profile of them in your head. He's a very fine example of the Ventru. He says, indeed. His words drone through. And he says, if anyone were to negotiate the artifice of the storm, that would be good intelligence to possess. And of course you should visit my lord Banehallow and myself in the Coterie Mills courthouse. He could not make it tonight. He keeps saying the name as if you would know who that is. Banehallow, not to be confused with Belfire. He says, we should love for you to visit prior or post you negotiating this mystery.
I will consider it after I speak to the Chantry.
But of course. Let's see. Bodhi. He looks at you and he says, the seer. Yes. People say that you are deviant, a pervert. They do not know your blood. What insight hath the Malcavians for this night and the nights to come?
Someone is totally messing with my vibe, dude. Like, magically so.
He quirks a brow. You have already succeeded this check. You have told him something that he does not know.
And yes, he would also end with Yadig.
How do you mean, child of Malcav?
Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
This city and its kindred are lousy with magic. Wheresoever you look, there's a wayward ritual or a traveling sorcerer that has been imbibing a bit too much of our blood. What flavor particularly is mellowing your vibe? He's definitely poking fun at you as he is quoting your mannerisms of speech. He's not even hiding it.
The thing is, bro, that not only are they messing with Kain to mess with me, they also are interested in a sexual pervert that has nothing to do with the Camarilla. Or I guess used to roll with the Camarilla.
You, of course, quash them in the name of not one or not two or not three of the Camarilla traditions.
When I find the one who did it, because the human was luckily dumb enough not to understand, and you all react to this, that
Yeah.
Bodhi is now losing the accent that he obviously fakes. But when I find the motherfucker who messes with my shit, I will feed upon them until they no longer breathe, or I will put them in the sunlight myself. That is a promise I give to you, Mr. Bellfire.
Lord. It's Lord Bellfire.
Lord Bellfire, I am sorry.
And you will, of course, come to the Millennium Mills Coterie, Millennium Mills Courthouse, and meet Lord Bane Hollow. He will have insights, I'm sure. He will have direction.
My mind is a well that I keep tapping, that is true.
We are not then at cross purpose. His eyes wander past you guys, and he's looking at this woman. And he says, I have other obligations. And he's like turning, like he's like weaving through you guys. There's a serpentine quality to him. Like he's definitely a Slytherin. And he's decided to end the conversation that you were having. Does anyone call after him, or?
Bodhi
No.
doesn't care. It's
Yeah.
like,
A pleasure to meet you, my lord.
No reaction for you.
No, please don't.
Is he really a lord?
He's a fool.
No. Knowing the Ventru, I would not be surprised. Politics. Words cannot describe how much I despise politics.
well, that's kinda ironic though, since, you're like noble by blood, yeah? But then you get like vampire blood. So then you're not noble anymore. Or how the fuck does this work? It's almost like they only wanna be assholes.
From a purely scientific standpoint, I believe their DNA remains largely the same.
Nah, man, it's about the soul and the blood, which is the soul. Vampires tend to like and hyper fixate on the blood.
Yes, I do know that. I can't disagree with that, I suppose.
DNA?
DNA, no, that was in the 50s. That was after you. Yes, DNA. Do you know what a cell is?
In a prison?
No. Do you know what? You know what? I will give you a biology lesson at some point in the future. Put that on the list.
She nods.
The list.
As everyone talks, Elizabeth would look at George and not really whispering, but wouldn't talk as loud, so no one around would hear as much. And she asks, do you think that this observation that you made about this weird weather or what, could it be in any ways connected to the prince getting executive power?
It seems. On one hand, yes, it could be. On the other, nobody outside of one Tremere that I talked to seemed to have any particular interest in it.
Wouldn't that make it just more suspicious?
Another reason to speak with the Chantry, I suppose. It's you don't need to concern yourself with it. This is a very much a problem of the arcane, or thaumaturgic in our case.
Well, it might be, but the problem is if it affects the weather, it might have, effects on not just those who are connected to the arcane.
Yes, the Tremere are famously secretive. It is not my place to inform you of the details. I would get in all kinds of trouble, especially considering my sire is Baruch. But if I can get that permission, then I will speak to you about it.
Well, seeing that since we're kind of getting locked up, being in a coterie and all, it might be beneficial for us to occasionally share information. As long as, obviously, you're allowed. And she says that with that look in which she doesn't understand it because she hasn't... It's not really her field of expertise, if she has even any. But she tries to pretend like she understands it.
Again, I will speak with the Chantry. This is assuming the Prince does not ask us to investigate this matter to begin with, which he may well do. But I will ask if the Coterie can accompany me to aid in investigations into it, but once again, they are not my secrets to give. Nor do I even have that much information on it anyway. I only really sensed the offness of it.
Well, you seem like the scientific guy type, so I would say if you felt something, then there's probably something in there. But I appreciate the thought that you would ask them if your coterie, meaning us, and then she would, with opening up her arms, point at everyone that's standing in a little circle, that you would invite us.
It is not a problem. The more hands on deck for this, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, one of us at least has pretty big hands, she would say, glancing at Izron.
Eh? What about big hands? He just kind of inspects his hands, just kind of getting entranced by them.
They are objectively large.
I think
That
this
is-
is what is known as a bit that he is doing.
Shut up, George. What
A
do you
bit
know?
of what?
I'm just taking
Right.
the piss. Don't worry about it.
That sounds even worse.
Please, George, you're always such a negative Nancy.
Well, you seem to
Okay,
look at the positive side a lot.
Being positive is all there is, and he gives you a big ass smile, showing all his 7 teeth.
And that's the point when my character just couldn't look at his face anymore, because
Nope. For a Tremere,
my
it'll probably
character
be
is
too
just
much.
disturbed and
Perfect.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
near at this point I feel like my character should make a roll to not not vomit.
What do you mean staring at the guy whose face is like actively rotting is disgusting?
Yes, but also my character's clan just has an innate
Oh yeah.
hate for anything that's not, at least artistic or good looking.
Yeah.
Aesthetic.
Izron is a queen. Don't worry.
Anyway, yes, Alice, a bit is a comedic segment, I suppose. You had comedy back then, right?
Yes, yes.
It wasn't funny. Though.
Yes, that is a colloquial term for a comedic segment. Taking the piss is making fun of something or someone. Add them to the list, it's fine.
By the end of this campaign, the list is just going to be like a fucking 70-page Word document explaining everything about the modern world.
You can just imagine George just sitting in his room writing out answers in the night, and in the morning, and in the night, and then he just collapses after writing a couple 100 pages and he's still not done.
And then Izron comes in and writes like faulty information into the document, so he has to start over.
So is it polite or rude to ask what lineage kindred are?
Plan, and so long as you don't get one of the two uptight ones, it's generally accepted.
Well, she glances at Elizabeth and Bodhi, whose clans that she doesn't know. Might I ask what clans you two belong to?
Bodhi is thinking and like visibly sizing you up. Like, I don't know. And he's like, I'm a son of Malcav. Malcavians, they call us.
Nods and looks over at Elizabeth.
Well, I am what many would call a Toreador. We are mainly known as how would you say artists and occasionally obsessed artist.
She looks, for a brief moment, a bit disappointed by the answers.
Sure, why not? Tremere, with Tremere are complicated. We have our own whole structure. Well, not anymore. Not really. It's a long story. But, blood wizards. That's what we are.
Well, I suppose that leaves me. Well, we're just ugly.
Oh no, man, you do other things, like skulking shadows.
Yes, but we're ugly while doing that, so.
Well, it's the inside that counts, right, dude?
It kind of opens his coat a little.
Oh no.
Like pieces of trash fall out. I suppose you're right.
If it's any consolation, Izron, I only judge you based on personality.
Oh, please, George. You're my best pal.
Alice puts a hand over her mouth to stop from laughing.
Elizabeth, with like a completely straight face, would look at look in the direction of Izron. Can't really look at him yet. And she would ask, like, not even as a joke. Is it true that you guys eat people?
Kinda. Looks at George. Takes a step to the right to meet Elizabeth's, side. Just kind of leans in. Holds eye contact for a bit. What does it look like?
And that's
As a piece of his lip just falls to the ground.
That's the exact point where my character would literally turn around and hold her hand in front of her mouth, just like holding back the bile within her stomach, trying to escape.
She gets it.
To answer your question, I don't know. It may be. None others have come to me for supply, so probably not.
That's good to know. Although it's not good that we probably have the only guy who does that is with us. Okay.
I work in pathology. I can get organs very easily. It's fine.
Well, I would think that you, as of Toreador, would like the symbology, man. Like, not only drinking the blood and also taking part of the body as a whole. I mean that there's some beauty in that, no?
There is nothing as symbolic as ripping a man in half and eating his lungs.
Well,
Don't
if
be dramatic.
anything,
You
it's raw
sneak into the
emotion.
hospital and beg me for organs.
Oh, I kiss your feet, you know it.
Please do not give that impression. I don't need rumors.
Please. What are rumors if they are the truth? Anywho.
Can I go back to my lab now? Am I allowed to drop out of this? I miss dissecting dead bodies. They don't talk back at me.
I
Except for the time they do.
I believe we are supposed to meet with the kindred leader.
Yes, I know. I was mostly being sarcastic.
Please, with the sarcasm never disappoints, George. Is the elevator free yet? Or?
Yes, the second group. The elevator pops open. The second group comes out. And with them is... Norad. Norad is the Gangrel Primogen, and most people know Norad for her Ushanka hat and for her ability to rip the head off a lichen.
Unless you were looking for a gangrel, there's one right there.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, the one in the hat. To be polite, she runs the entire clan in the area.
The people of the second coterie, which emerge from the elevator with her, are completely surrounding her. They are peppering her with questions, and she is rapidly answering them all. Most of them she is directing to the holographic table. She's heading towards the exit. Like the group of four, two of them peel towards where she's pointing, but the other two are still, in her wake, talking to her.
I will be a moment. Alice will say, and we'll try to go over to her.
Alright. You hover over her, but she doesn't stop. She doesn't acknowledge you. Not that she doesn't see you. Even though she doesn't turn to look at you, the way her shoulders move as she's walking, she knows exactly where you are. And probably even that you're trying to get her attention. But she does not stop. And at the door she says, one of the guys peels away and goes back to his mates. The other guy is still with her, and when she reaches the door, she turns to the guy and she says, "Very well. Come to the compound tomorrow evening." And the guy says, "Yes, Norad." And he turns, he almost bumps into you, Alice. But he...
Pardon.
He sidesteps. He doesn't answer you. He sidesteps you, and he jogs off to his mates at the holographic table. She has her hand on the door. She kind of holds the door open for a little bit, and she glances into your soul. And she says, "What?"
I have been informed that you are the leader of my lineage, the Gangrel, and I would very much love to make your acquaintance.
Oh, why do you talk like that?
My speech might be odd because I hail from quite a long time ago.
I was told about you, but not that you were a Gangrel. Very well, I am Norad.
A pleasure. I am Alice, as you might have heard.
Where I stalk, there is little room for child. But depending on Kitchener's disposition, you might be dispatched to me anyway. If you are, you will be given a weapon. Bring one or two. You have a coterie now, yes? Bring one or two of them. Prepare them to come armed and with their wits about them. Actually, it is better if you don't come at all. You will fall to Kitchener's whim.
Would there be no way for me to simply visit you and the rest of my clan?
She says, "And do what?"
I suppose get an idea of how we are and perhaps where I come from.
It dawns on her finally. You don't get the feeling that she's dumb. She's just rugged. And doesn't have, like, people around her usually know what to do in every single second. She says, I hunt dogs. My people and I, we hunt dogs. A dog can destroy you instantly. Do you wish to die for a second? Do you want to die a second time?
Oh, of course, no.
I did not ask the correct question. Are you prepared to die a second time?
For an important matter, I suppose?
You are doing it wrong then. I will entertain you. You will come. What is your phone number?
Have I been given a phone?
Probably. Have you been given a phone by the Winter Queen? Did she care enough about you to prepare you? It's like a 4th level Mola, probably.
Yes. She like scrambles and pulls out probably the most archaic phone the
Brick,
Winter Queen could have managed. Yes. Right.
Oh, give me that. She takes your phone and she taps away. And she says, if you hold on to the 3 key, that will reach me. And if I call you, that is what you will see on the display.
Understood.
My encampment is in the west, and she texts you coordinates. And she says, the coordinates, if you put them in a normal browser, will not work. You will need someone skilled in this. Or you will need someone who is already there. Let that be your first test. Track us down. You will not be harmed in my territory.
Yes, ma'am. I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Do not travel alone. And she indicates to you that the conversation is ended, closes the door, and is away.
We'll return to the others.
Cool.
Active conversation?
I think it went very well.
Oh, well, that's good.
It is your turn now. And you head up to Kitchener's office. Unless anyone wants to do anything more down here.
As we ride up the elevator, something would pop back into Elizabeth's mind, and she would turn again towards George and would ask, so you're working with the police, or you've worked with the police, right?
I worked in forensics. So yes, the police.
Would you have heard about anything weird going on, or was there ever an investigation, or like, would his character would have known anything about that specific shooting location that I was in, where my character had that feeling?
Yes.
I make a roll for that.
Yes. Make wits awareness.
Wits awareness. I should be good
Or
at that.
maybe even investigation. Let's see if you remember any case
I'm even
files.
better at investigation.
Yeah, roll that instead. Let's see if you remember any case files entering your orbit. I can't stop doing the voices now.
Hey.
Alright.
There we go.
Wow, it's successes.
It is lagging out.
There
we go. Oh, wow, yes, 8 successes.
Yeah, let me refer to some notes real quick.
That's like a huge success.
He's like
Yes,
he doesn't have an eidetic memory, but at that specific part, it's like he just remembers the sound of the raindrops even.
Yeah.
At this point, he may as well have been a part of the investigation itself.
Yeah.
Could very well be. Oh, well, we shall see.
Alright. Sinclair Studios, and the main suspect is Mr. Greco Salamis. Much ado with performance-enhancing drugs. Like, this guy's been under many times for drugging his actors so that they keep performing. To the point where, you know, healthy people work themselves to the bone, get the equivalents of, you know, heart attacks or brain aneurysms and stuff like that. Like, people under him literally being so fucked up on whatever he's given them that they kill themselves working for this guy. He's never been convicted of anything, but 3 people died on separate occasions from pretty similar drugs. There are never enough, like there's never, like they're trying to put him out of business, but it's like it always boils down to nobody can prove that he's directly, like that they're not consenting to doing the drugs.
Okay.
But he's been, his trailer has been gotten by cops multiple times. They found heaps upon heaps of drugs there. He's done time before. And yeah.
I guess the 8 successes would be like he looked at one of the bodies or something like that.
You remember blood work of Greco Solanis. He's never done drugs himself, ever. He doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs. He just works 23 hours a day. And he's happy doing that. It's other people. Yeah, go on.
He looks to Elizabeth. You're in acting, right?
Yes, that's yes.
Stay very far away from him. And also warn everyone you know to stay very far away from him.
That's going to be a problem, she says, and as she like tries to think back a little, the problem is I've already got a shooting tomorrow at one of his films, even though it's a very small part. But today I had a meeting there, and something wasn't right.
No, something isn't right. He has a history of owning a great deal of drugs, and I was part of this, well, one of them. There have been multiple. But I looked at his blood. He doesn't do any, but a lot of the people working under him have shown overdosed.
Roll a coat.
Okay.
Wits a coat. Everyone that wants to can roll wits a coat.
What's a cult? I can do that.
I can roll wits and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Does this have to do with spirituality?
I have 1 success.
Yes, it has to do with spirituality.
So how do I add my specialty?
What is your specialty in?
Spirituality.
About what stat does it go to?
Occult.
Yeah, roll occult, roll spirituality,
yes, you
and
can
your
just add them. So
your difficulty
that's
is 1 less. I will not tell you what it is. Bloody hell. It's odd that Elizabeth, who is kindred, sensed something. Sure, the beast often gets paranoid, the beast often gets weirded out, lashing out, etc., etc., but a vampire can usually tell that it's the beast doing that. It's weird that whatever is left of Elizabeth's person that is not the beast felt this way. Weird in an occult way. Obviously, vampires can be spiritual, but it's weird that it's happening to Elizabeth.
yes, spirituality in my mind is also like spirit
Yes!
stuff. So that's why it's,
Sure,
yeah.
We'll do it like that.
So yeah. Well, it is what it is. So in this world, I guess it would like, yeah, animism and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So yes, Bodhi would guess that beasts react to beasts. And if it's not a vampire beast, it's something else.
That's very insightful.
So, like, what's his vibe, man? Like, is he like a creep? Is he, you know, a boss type? You know, small dick energy? What's his like? He's like. He asks Elizabeth.
I was it Salanas that I talked to back there, or
Absolutely, Greco Solanas. He was the creepy guy that came close to you.
Yeah. So, you know what? You've actually perfectly described him, my man. He was both a creep and had extreme small dick energy at the same time.
And like, did you feel like a victim? Not in the like social sense, but like in the I'm gonna get eaten sense?
I don't know. What I do know is that I definitely wanted to break his bones. Question: could my character try to replicate his movement and mannerism to like show off what he was like?
You're an actress, so definitely that will be your performance.
Yes, that's like your job.
Yes,
Yes.
but you know, I still.
Yes,
So it would be
it's just
performance,
funny that yes, it should be
And-
highly relevant.
and like it would be just straight performance or any attribute.
Performance, and it will be. Let's see, maybe intelligence, because you are not a creep yourself. Like
Okay.
wits, like let's do
Wits. That's even
performance.
Yeah.
And if you have a specialty in acting, you should do your specialty. You should tell me so I can reduce your difficulty. Your difficulty is 4.
Give me a second, because I do have a specialty. La, 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 la.
No rush.
Although I think I have a persuasion specialty, so that's completely different.
So that wouldn't apply here.
Yeah, okay, so it's
just a
going to
good
be
actress.
6 dice.
Yeah, click.
Public hall.
Yeah.
Do I edit the difficulty or do I just roll?
Just roll. Yeah, you click
Okay.
on performance, then you select wits. You can blood boost if you want. Let's see.
It's a 3.
All right. As you. Possible bestial fate. I'm not gonna give you a compulsion. As you do his general motion, you guys get the sense that he likes to get close, but not necessarily because she's a woman. He's more like very directed towards his work.
Also,
And you-
specifically, I play out that scenario towards Bodhi because he asked that question.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, right as you're putting the finishing touches on your performance, your beast kind of returns you to that room, and he's like, "You should have broken his bones. Why did you not break his bones?" So you're like, you begin to get closer to Bodhi than Solanas got to you, and his beast is like, yeah, your beast is like, let's just grab Bodhi by the throat and fuck him up. And there's only so much that you can do to stop yourself before you literally adopt the role a little bit too well. And I don't know, grope poor Bodhi by the collarbone or something. Is that a thing that you do? As your beast intervenes to prevent you from doing what you want it to do, and you simply fail, or marginally fail.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the performance is tainted by the beast. Sorry, continue.
I see an opportunity here.
You're saying that
Funny
as
story.
Bodhi's being held onto?
No, she
yes,
does.
you please.
Stop herself.
She didn't touch him.
Yeah, stops herself.
Managed to hold back.
Yeah,
Oh,
3
okay.
inches. 3 inches before grabbing him by the collarbone.
You, as a kindred, I believe, would not fall under the influence of any hypothetical narcotics he may try to administer to you. And I happen to be rather close friends with the police commissioner. Do you see what I'm getting at?
You want me to go to that shoot and infiltrate the place and try to get some evidence for you?
Yes, but yes, exactly. Well, not for me. For
Or
the
the commissioner.
commissioner. It will all be done through proper channels. Unless this is something... Well, I don't see anything odd about him other than just being a bit of a weirdo. Standard Hollywood stuff, really.
Speaking of which, can I roll to see if he's a werewolf? Just saying it out loud.
You can definitely roll to see if he's a werewolf. That will be an
If
investigation.
it's like if it's giving werewolf.
So based off of my reacting of his mannerism, you want to try to see if he was a werewolf. God damn.
Yes, me as a player knows more
It's
than Bodhi.
It's a good assumption. Go ahead and
Yes, because of the beast stuff. It's not a lot that deals with that.
roll. You
Ooh.
can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is not lycanthropy that's happening.
Okay, well that's good. He
Or
doesn't
maybe
say
I'm
anything
lying.
out loud. He just okay.
Maybe the difficulty is like 12. And I'm lying.
Well, no.
Oh.
Like, that's how players roll. No. I was correct. I'm right. Yes.
The elevator dings on the 30th and final floor into Kitchener's office. I'm gonna show you some art, and we're going to cut for
Yes.
today. We're not gonna do yet another hour because I'm kinda sleepy. Like, you know when you're old, when DMing gets you tired. Like physically, like mentally tired.
Yeah.
I get tired from waking up. What do you mean?
Same.
We'll do Ominous, and we'll do Astrid.
Ooh, that's a big snake.
That is a big snake.
That's a snake.
Nick.
Yes. I also have a question
Yes.
while we're on YouTube. Is there a Malcavian primogen?
Yes, Patty, the Malcavian Primogen. If you look at the art channel, I will
Yes.
show you her, and I can also real quick. She's not in this scene though.
No,
Boop.
but just so I would know.
That is what she looks like.
Ah, yes.
That is Patty, the Malcavian Primogen. Old Patty. She's very batty, and other things that rhyme with Patty.
Patty.
More about her in the art channel in the Discord. All right. As the elevator dings, the prince facing away from you, looking out the window. Next to him, looking at him, the spy master Ominous, which you also know. I guess you don't know Astrid and Melepa's names, but lounging on a sofa on the left side is a very disinterested looking woman, and a big snake. And the prince says, "Ah," and that is where we cut.
I'm gonna book this note.
Yes.
Is that a beautiful snake?
It's an anaconda,
That's a beautiful snake.
native to Brazil.
Careful, because next session my character's hand is going to be bitten off because he's trying to pet it.
Yee. He's a cool snake. Thanks for watching, YouTube. We'll see you next time. Bye.